Duke. What the hell is up, my lady? Oh shit. I'm trying to turn you down. Oh shit. I'm a slightly out of breath Cosmic Brian. Welcome to Cosmic Vinyl. You're in the Cosmic Realm. Yeah, that's right. I snapped my little fingers and you were transported right here into the Cosmic Realm. It's because it's the power of the cosmos within my very grasp, given to me by the gods of the universe. Whatever. Alright. Contest video time again. We're talking about one Jeff Witcher. Vinyl Destination 2. 1 year. 500 subs. You mother... I've been toiling away for 2 years and I don't got 500 subs. No. You know, I know why? Because you're one of the hardest working dudes in the vinyl community. I'm a lazy sock. That's right. I'm a lazy freaking sock. Anyway, Jeff, it's well deserved, brother. I mean, you guys like to power out these videos like boom, 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 boom. You work hard for those subs, man, for that viewership, and I applaud you for sure. Guys like you and Aaron, man, you guys are championing the VC right now, so I dig it. Let me turn this down a little bit more. So anyway, congratulations, bro. I dig your channel, I dig your sense of humor, and I really dig your taste in music too. And I've really been digging where you take us out on these little adventures to these music stores, man. And in fact, when you're digging through the crates and I'm like, oh dude, I want that one right there, you know, and it's like, dude, you can't, it's not live. You can't just like text him and say, hey, grab me that, will ya? But anyway, here's to you. If you cosmonauts out there haven't checked out Jeff Witcher's channel, you're dumb! You're just dumb! But yeah, if you're watching me, then you probably already, I'm sure you've already checked him out. But if you haven't, go over there and subscribe and give him the old wha-ching, wha-ching, 2 thumbs up, because he deserves it. So anyway, the contest is, you gotta kind of show 5 records that kind of shaped your listening experience, how your listening experience evolved through the years. And I'm going way back. I'm going back to like one of the first records I ever got when I was a wee little cosmonaut. So here we go. And by the way, not as easy as it sounds. 5 records. I immediately thought of 10. And then when I was trying to narrow it down from 10, I realized that there was 20 more I wanted to show. So, no dice. But anyway, so the first one is this record right here. And I've shown this several times, but this is Kazanet's Cat Super Circus. This is a compilation of bubblegum rock and some garage rock. It's got bands like the Ohio Express, 1910 Fruit Gum Company, the Music Explosion, Shadows of Night. But yeah, I remember as a kid, I was in, I think, the local Kmart and with my mother, and I seen this album, and I'm like, as a kid, you think, oh my God, this looks fun, like comic book kind of stuff, right? So I was begging my mom, please, Mama, please, show favor upon your son, and please give me this record. So she shelled out the $5, got me the record. So I proceeded as a kid to write. I wrote names on over everybody's head because I thought each person looked like some kid that I hung out with or knew in school. So yeah, just dumb things, that kids do. So yeah, it was tainted. But then my brother found this and he hooked me back up and I got it again. So, but yeah, this kind of shaped me for. I just took hold of it. I listened to it over and over. It was my only record album I had, and I just loved like bubblegum rock and garage rock, and that kind of set the tone, for what would come later, like some power pop and stuff like that. So, anyway, the next thing that I remember, like moving into like a genre, anyway, was probably around, I don't know, late 70s, and when I moved into power pop, and then that was because of this record, Get the Knack. Now, if you're from my era and you haven't heard of this as the song My Sharona, you must have been living under a rock, because My Sharona was played on the radio about every 10 minutes. I mean, if you flip from one channel to the next, there's My Sharona. I remember I had the 45, and I also had the 45 for Don't Bring Me Down by ELO, and I played both of them, both A-side, B-side, and then I'd flip it and I'd play it over and over until I drove anybody around me crazy because I kept listening to it. But this kind of moved me into the power pop thing, and so I was digging on that, and everybody dug the Knack at the time, hailed them as like the next Beatles, and sure their influences were the Beatles and stuff, but the next Beatles, they couldn't hang it. But rest in peace, Mark Feiger, because that cat was actually really talented and got latched onto something pretty cool. But I needed more, and then as I went into like junior high and high school, with the advent of MTV opened so many doors for music. I mean, like for new wave and Britpop and alternative of the 80s, because MTV needed to fill, I mean, if it's a 24-hour music video channel, they needed to fill that time slots with bands that did videos. And the only bands that were doing videos at the time were like these classic rock bands. Like Rod Stewart had like 15 videos in the first early rotation. So the other bands were like bands from Europe, British bands, and the like. So one of those bands was the Split Enz, and the song that got heavy rotation was "I Got You." And it was just a killer new wave song, kind of haunting, kind of weird because of like the stalkerishness of it. But yeah, this is one of my favorite songs. It takes me back to the beginning of MTV. Here's the band here, Finn Brothers. But yeah, that was like my introduction to like new wave and MTV, and God, what a great time that was. But I needed something more, something with a little bit more like girth to it, a little something heavier, you know what I mean? And so I remember one year in high school, I went to this camp. It was a summer camp, and it was in Estes Park in Colorado, up in the Rockies. It was absolutely beautiful, and there were so many girls, and I met so many great, cool people from all over the country. And there was this one cat, and he talked about how he had this record collection, and he was like, dude, have you ever heard this? And he turned me on to everything. He goes, when you get back to where you live, pick up anything by The Who, but especially pick up Tommy. Now, this is in pretty rough shape. The cover's in rough shape. The records are cool, but the cover's in rough shape. I need to re-up on this. But I already knew Tommy from when I was a younger kid, because me and another kid knew all the words to Pinball Wizard, right? We'd be walking down the hall in grade school singing, "Ever since I was a young boy, I played the silver ball. From Soho down to Brighton, I must have played 'em all. But I ain't seen nothing like him in any amusement hall. That deaf, dumb, and blind kid sure plays a mean pinball." Loved it. I mean, of course, all the other kids thought we were friggin' nuts. We were. But anyway, and plus I worked in an arcade during that time. So I actually was a bit of a pinball wizard, man. Fucking flipping, flippers, bells ringing, lights flashing, special light on, ping, free game, extra ball. Man, I was a pinball wizard. I ain't kidding. So yeah, The Who, Pinball Wizard, this is great. One of the great rock operas. I mean, from the opening notes of Overture, Amazing Journey, Acid Queen, Pinball Wizard, Miracle Cure, I'm Free. This is just an amazing, amazing record. Ooh, you got to see inside the mind there for a second. So yeah, my introduction to like some great classic rock was The Who. But I just had something inside me, a void. I needed something heavier, something a little bit more like kicking the nads kind of stuff, right? So I remember this friend, there's two records that introduced me to like glam metal and metal. A friend of mine took me, we went on this, he had a speedboat. We went on this lake, it's about a half-hour drive from where we went. And I remember he had the cassette tape for Rat out of the cellar. I made him play that sucker on a loop all day because I had never heard it before, but I was hooked, right? But around the same time, another band was rising from the gutters of Los Angeles, and it was this band, Motley Crue, and the album was Shout at the Devil. Now, the reason I remember this, I remember that there was this, I used to go to this bar in town. It used to be called the Dugout. It was a biker bar. It turned into Joe's place, but I was underage, but I could go there with my coworkers, and I could drink there. They'd serve me. And I remember seeing the record, they had a turntable, and they'd play, instead of a jukebox, they just put a record on and play it. And I remember begging the bartender, "Joe, please, man, play that Motley Crue record, play it." And he'd play it, and all of a sudden you had all these biker dudes yelling, "What the fuck is this? Turn this shit off. Where's the fucking Steppenwolf, man? Where's the Deep Purple? Turn that friggin' pansy shit off." I was like, dude, you don't even know. This is the new thing. This is the new heavy, right? And if they would have only showed them, boom, that, they all would have went, "Oh, I get it. Okay, get on my bike and ride." No, I'm just kidding. But this is the coolest gatefold that ever existed on any record. I don't give a shit what you say. If you disagree, you're dumb. But anyway, I love this record. Shout at the Devil, 10 Seconds to Love. God, this is so good. Knock 'em Dead. This is so amazing. So that kind of got me on the road to like the metal stuff, and and then we moved to Dallas, and all my friends wanted to be in bands, and some of my friends were in bands, and we lived it. We lived that story. So, but then, of course, I'm gonna skip way, way ahead. I kind of abandoned metal a little bit when I joined the vinyl community, because the vinyl community opened up a whole new book of discovery. I mean, there was so much stuff that I seen that I'd never experienced before because I had blinders on for the metal thing, right? There was people showing all this great 60s garage rock, the great friggin' psychedelic stuff, just all this killer music that I somehow missed out on. And so I remember somebody showing like an intro to psychedelic records video, like entry level. And I also remember seeing this record in town at my local antique shop. and that was this. It was Vanilla Fudge. You see this all the time at record stores, or I used to. I don't see it so much as I used to. But this song is like the first, or this record is the first psychedelic record I ever owned. It's got a cover of Ticket to Ride. It's got She's Not There. But the song that really kicks your ass is called You Keep Me Hanging On. It's trippy, it's haunting, it's creepy almost, but it is heavy and it is so damn cool. If you look at these guys on the back, you don't see it, but these guys were into it, man. And as soon as I heard this, and I seen other guys showing like psychedelic stuff, I was out there. I was on the hunt for anything I could find within my budget. So anyway, that's my journey. I think that was 6 records. I hope you enjoyed it. Jeff, I'm so jealous of you guys. With your Foursquare guys, you know, your collaborations. I hope I can sometime work with you guys. I mean, if not, I'm just gonna friggin' have a hostile takeover. I'm gonna insert myself in somehow, and I'm gonna take over. I'm just gonna fucking take over. No, I'm kidding. But again, congratulations. Here's a big chug toast to you. You guys check out Jeff Witcher's channel if you haven't already. And then after that, check out Cosmic Vinyl, because you gotta stay cosmic, brothers. Peace.
It's Cosmic Vinyl.